Oh my God. What is going on right now? I've just got kicked out of my own live and it started a new live. It didn't even let me join the old live. So I think everyone else is on a different live to me right now. Oh dear, oh dear. I'm gonna have to open my laptop and see what is going on. Oh, I'm not sure if this is the kami, if this is the Japanese spirits, or it's some trickster gremlins right now messing with me. But I might have two lives open at the same time and I can't tell because I'm on my phone. So thank you for bearing with me, everybody. Let's see what's going on. I don't know what's going on in the world. So, let's see if anybody joins me. I'm just going to check my laptop and make sure I don't have two lives open at the same time. I don't know if that's possible. It kicked me out again. Protection amplified. Bring in the protection. It kicked me out of my live again, but it totally wouldn't even let me find. Like twice before it kicked me out and it let me rejoin the same live. This time it just kicked me out completely. I don't know what's going on with YouTube today. I might have two lives open. I don't know. Is that possible? Can you have two lives open? So yeah, we're getting some gremlins. We're getting gremlins. This is the third time I got kicked out. Exactly, that's so rude. But this is the first time it's actually kicked me off completely and made me start a new live. So what is going on with YouTube? This is the other clone version. This is the Orphan Black. Welcome. So I was going to check and see if I had another live open, but you guys found me. Thank you so much for sticking with me. It's an altar. I've altered out. So what is going on with YouTube today? I do not know. Let's have a message from the yokai. So, hospitality wizard, I don't know computers. Oh, I'm so sorry guys. YouTube's really glitching with me today. It's an alternative channel. So, just see what's going on here. Shadow, unconscious potential. Rokuru Kubi, long neck woman. So when I ask what's going on, this is what they say. There's a long-necked woman that's messing with my channel right now. Honestly, we jumped timelines. For sure, we did. You just clicked and it brought you to the new live. Oh. So twice it kicked me out before. It let me rejoin the same live. And this time it just started a whole new live. So Reiki bell, the nonsense away. I've got my chimes. It puts the lives onto private straight after. The long neck lassie. Okay, let's find out what they're trying to tell us. What are the yokai trying to tell us? So the long neck lassie is the Rokuru Kubi. My downstairs neighbor must think, what is she doing? So, okay, the message here is the inner shadow self, Uchinaru Kaje. By day, the Rokuru Kubi seems like an ordinary person. But when night falls, her true nature is revealed. Uh-oh. Is this Anchorhaven at night? Oh, dear. Whether she is conscious of it or not, her neck stretches impossibly long, snaking around the room or even out the window. She's looking to feed. Oh, word. Okay. Uchin Harukaji references the parts of yourself that you might hide, repress, or deny. These could be traits that are usually considered in a negative light, past trauma, unacknowledged desires, or even positive qualities that you've been conditioned to suppress. Oh, yeah. This card asks you to explore these hidden aspects of your being. Understanding and embracing all the parts of yourself is the first step towards real growth. Don't be afraid to understand your shadow. This typo. Shadow self's influences, harness its energy and nurture any positive qualities locked inside. So the reflection message is, what fears or insecurities might be holding you back from reaching your full potential? So what might hold you back? What? Spider bite! I don't think that's good, Spidey. Okay. So, okay, so what are we denying? What are we pushing into the shadow self? Because it's going to rear its ugly head, the long neck lassie. It's going to come out. Okay, so I don't know how that relates to the gremlins that are messing with my channel right now. Aha, something in your day-to-day life to do, maybe. I don't know. I'm doing a lot of shadow work at the moment. I'm trying to write my story, my memoir, of what's been going on in the last 25 years to 50 years. And it's very triggering, actually, because I have a lot of trauma that I'm starting to rediscover. It means I need to do yoga. Well, I need to do sword yoga. Has anyone seen the sword yoga thing? Oh, yeah. So yesterday was my retreat day. We were doing Avalon energies, Excalibur, Reiki, things like that. So the swords, we consecrated them, we activated them, and we did runes on them. 50 years. I thought you were around my age, 35. No, I'm 50. Yeah. You've seen medieval MMA. State of her shit stream. Oh, Sandra. Oh, dear, Sandra. Bless your heart. Okay. Flaming swords. Where do you put that sword? Honestly, on my back. On my back. Yeah. So, so this channel is for over 18s only. If you can't be respectful, then you don't get to stay around. Please let us know where in the world you are. You are very welcome here. This is the Mystical Wellness channel, where we do all things spiritual and secret space, super soldiers, disclosure, time travel. We literally just jump timelines onto a different... Oh dear. Bye-bye, Sandra. Sorry. So, yeah, guys, come on, don't get me. I've had 3 kickouts on the Zoom, on the stream today. Oh, here we go. Oh, I don't know why that got held. Because you said hard and you said laid in the same sentence. So Will says, what did the egg say to the boiling water? It's going to take me a second to get hard. I just got laid this morning. That seriously got held for review because you said hard and laid in the same sentence, I'm sure. That is funny. That is a good one. So yeah, bad jokes in the comments, please. Let's have some funny. It's Sunday morning here, 6:24 a.m. on Sunday. So if you've not yet shared your location, please do let us know what country you are in. That helps us know that you're a real person, and otherwise the mods will just kick you out anyway. So you broke your funny bone. I'm starving, actually. My stomach's just going, wow, we're really hungry now. Yeah, tell a joke, but make sure it's good. Scotland, in from Scotland. So I'm England. I'm English. Yeah. I don't want to be English. I don't want to be in England. Remember, it's just a joke. Woo, please be respectful. What is the joke? If you have to say, remember, it's just a joke, then you sound like John Whitberg. See, he has to put warnings on his jokes as well. Oh my God, that got held, Spidey. Where do cows' farts come from? My missus is Leicesterland. I'm buggered. How is it you can say buggered? These guys won't know what that means. I got one. It's a bit saucy. Cows come from the dirty air. Oh, the derriere. The derriere. That's so funny. That's so funny, Spidey. I got that one. So, from the derriere. Okay, Woo, come on. What's this naughty joke? I can't. Oh, God. Lordy. Oh, it censored your joke and nothing popped up at all. How bad was it, Woo? What the actual? Can you dumb it down for me? Woo says it already. Okay. Yeah, I'm really literal, you know, just like in Guardians of the Galaxy. You know, nothing goes over my head. I would catch it. So I'm too literal. Write it over a few lines. Do one word at a time. Oh dear. Oh dear. So welcome everybody. We've been kicked off the other live, so we're live over here now. One of the swords I have looks like. Hold on. One of the swords James, how many swords have you got? Looks like a police nightstick or a baton, but it turns into a katana. Nice. I need to get a good sword. I was talking to Dr. Amir about it last year, actually, and he's actually got a crossbow. Of course he has. You know, these wizard warriors. This Q&A thing's popped up saying wings, drums, or flats. What does that mean? It's too spicy. Woo. What do you call... what? What's that first word? Oh, because you're saying I see. Oh my god. Oh my god. That's so bad. That is so awful. Yeah. What's blue and not heavy, says Spidey. The katana is straight style samurai sword, not the curved. Oh, nice. Yeah, because you put like a country, a people. Let's try not to. Those kind of jokes used to be all the rage years ago, didn't they? Pumpkin pies. Good morning. Let us know where in the world you are. Hold on. I've missed something with Spidey's bite. What's blue and not very heavy? Light blue. Oh, raising the vibe there, Spider Bite. Good on ya. Raising the vibe. So, yeah. Just person. That sounds a bit rude. But you're very welcome. Pumpkin pies is in England. Are you in the north, south, east, or west? Let us know. What came first, the chicken or the egg? Oh, we'll be debating that one on this channel for a while. Yeah. Why do crocodiles roll the abos in water first? How can you can say that, but you can't say the thing on the other one? Oh dear. Oh my god. Oh, to wash them. Oh my word, oh my word, oh my word. That is such a bad joke, Spidey. That's bad form, that one. Oh dear. That's real ochre, that one. Oh, Bethy. Oh dear. You're in the middle. You're in the Midlands. Nice. Pumpkin pies. Go on, Bethy. You got a joke? Will says, Will's message just popped up in the middle of nowhere. What's the worst thing Willie Nelson can say as you are blowing him in a... Oh my word. That is so bad. Okay. Have you been up north? You'd understand. Oh. You know what? I was working in a country pub and in the wheat belt in Perth. I was in Northam and I was working in this bar and there was this abo that was so like fucking drunk and just a bit of a menace. I'm not saying they're all like that, obviously, but he was a menace, right? And then so I cut him off and started to put him on like Coca-Cola or whatever, and then my friend was working in the bar and then he was making suggestive comments at her and we had we had a skimpy work in the bar, right? Explain to people what a skimpy is. And he picked up a glass ashtray and tried to throw it at the skimpy, and of course she's just wearing next to nothing, right? And the glass shattered everywhere. So yeah, it was pretty bad. Like some of these remote places, they're really awful. Okay, here's my joke. Two whales are in a bar. One turns to the other and makes whale noises. And then the other one says, "Go home, Steve, you're drunk." Why is that so funny? I don't know. Man in a clothes shop said, if they come in and try something on, he literally has to throw the item away because it stinks. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I mean, they're not all like that out there, but I've experienced being in small towns where they really are like pikeys. Here in the UK, we'd call them pikeys, yeah? So, Woo is depressed, so is Jason. Come on, guys, come on. Pumpkin pies just turned 10 today. Pumpkin pies! This channel is for over 18s only because we talk about naughty things on here. Seriously, can someone check out Pumpkin Pie's channel, please? Okay, hold on. You said nuts. You're not allowed to say nuts. It gets hell for review. You can't say nuts, right? That's a really funny one, Will. Pumpkin pies. Yeah, we talk about some really dark things on here, Pumpkin, because we're dealing with disclosure, so the reality of the world. So unfortunately, especially at this time of the day, this is the time, because in America it's like midnight, you see. Sorry, Pumpkin. Yeah. So, sorry, Pumpkin love. Okay, guys, please make sure that you are over 18 on this channel, and that's because sometimes we share things that are adult-only content or the reality of the world, which is very dark. Yeah, so this is not for people who are young. Please check the channel. At the beginning, there are disclaimers, and my voice is activating. So, what did I miss? Hold on. Come back in 2034. Yeah. Oh. A man goes to psychiatrist. Okay, I read the nuts one. Okay. So I'm a certified laughter yoga leader. If anybody would like to do a laughter exercise, let me know. What's the ideal type of man if you could choose? Jason Momoa. So probably a man that's got his own house, got his own money, got his own car, got his own everything, doesn't want to live in my house or take my money. Do you know what I mean? We're all being the bottom with an yokai of humor. Let's pick a card from the yokai. Yeah, so that particular, the bottom with the eye on it is absolutely freaking hilarious. Passionate kisser. Kissing is underrated, you know. I didn't rate it enough and I regretted it. So make sure that they are a very passionate kisser. Yes. These days, women are prioritizing peace over partnership, and I so have as well. So, plus my world is so crazy. You know, my ex-partner, there's no way that they could understand the work that I do now. And they would be used to target me. So, that's one of the reasons why I am not with them anymore. I don't know why that got held. Kiss as many women as you can. Okay. I like a woman who knows how to swing. Oh my god. Is Mrs. Wu right there? Mrs. Wu. Give him a slap. So, can we have a message from the Japanese yokai about relationships? So, we got the Raiju coming out, the Thunder Beasts. Thunder, 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 thunder cats. Oh dear, come on. Grow up. Which clone is talking Wu? So, eccentricity, unpredictability, and individuality. This is the relationship card that's come out. Okay. Now, seriously, guys, when you have a look at the stuff on my channel, do I look like the kind of person that talks about politics? I'm not. I am literally like a child. So, in a very old body. So, the message here is Fugu Wari. Eccentric and unapologetically unique. That describes this channel full on, right? It does. With a crackle of lightning and a rumble of thunder, the Raiju bursts through a storm cloud and starts zipping around frantically. This energetic yokai looks like a ball of electric chaos. This is the relationship message. A ball of electric chaos. Okay, hold on. Please don't use the C word in the chat. And you've used it twice. Please don't use the C word. So we're using the term regressives right now because that's what Helena was talking about. So, okay. So it looks like a ball of chaos, a wolf cloaked in blue and white energy, or some bizarre creative with creature with long claws and fangs. Fuguwari means changing like the wind, a shift in style, being translated as peculiar or unique. Okay. Be celebrating your individuality. You might just inspire others to do the same. What unique traits do you sometimes hide? How can you honor your individuality and share it with the world? So that came in as the relationship. So my favorite color, Ray Nova, are you over 18? Are you over 18? My favorite color is purple. I'm literally in a purple room. I am a priestess of the violet flame. So purple. Okay. Yeah, this channel's for over 18s only. If you're not over 18, I'm so sorry. You cannot stay because some of our conversation is a little bit more sensitive. My words are activating as well. So yeah. Like-mindedness. Just be you. Mark, that's such a great message. So, is there a connection to the dark forces in the Amish society, or is it just a strict response to the dark forces? What do you know about Amish people from SSP perspective? Nothing at all. But we've got Nuskin coming on at 7 o'clock Eastern, and he's a Canadian super soldier. So that would be a great question to ask Nuskin. If he knows anything about the Amish people, yeah? So I don't know anything about them. What do we know about them? They tried to cut themselves off from society. So why are they doing that? Yeah, so I don't know. You don't know yet, but you will, right? So, yeah, purple, purple, purple and blue. Purple color, love bright green. So purple and green are the colors of spirituality. So I'm drinking Hawaiian punch out of a purple cup right now that says Princess's Party. Best dad ever. Yeah, awesome. So bright green and purple are actually colors on the banners that I have when I go out to shows. So drinking Arizona fruit punch. Does that mean something else, Jason? Wearing a bit of orange and grey today. So red is your favorite. Oh, grounding. That's because you're earth connections. Red is earth energy. Yeah, should we have some crystals? Does anybody want a crystal card? No, they make fruit punch. Okay, okay. Maybe I might even buy some alcohol today. I might buy some peach snaps. Just to change things up a bit. Oh my god, sorry guys, you see me without my glasses. It's shocking, isn't it? It's awful. Sorry, I put them back on. So yeah, I might buy some peach snaps today. I'll take a crystal card. Okay. I do have the experiencer deck, so if anybody wants an SSP card, you can have that. Oh, or a dragon. Oh, well, I've got the crystal deck now. So I'm looking for some new guests. Oh, you want an SSP card? Cool. I'm looking for some new guests. I'm actually thinking of having Ben the reporter on. Ben Emlyn Jones, who is the UFO researcher. He was my favourite person at Bases 2025. When I realised who he was, I was standing at his stall and I'm looking at him. I'm thinking, I know this fella. And then when I realised he was the guy who did the videos about Peasmore, it's like the first person to talk about Peasmore Base was Ben Emlyn Jones, Ben the reporter. I was super excited. He was my favourite guest. What about Brian? What about Brian? Brian and I do have a connection in the programs. So Brian has always been nice to me, as far as I'm aware. Okay, so this crystal card is for... you don't know yet, but you will. And did you say... Okay. Oh, you want an SSP? Okay, so I'll do a crystal card. And I'll do an SSP card as well. So please bear in mind the SSP cards. This is the experiencer deck. The unimaginable. The unimaginable. Okay, so it gives you an idea how dark this deck can be. Please make sure if you request a card from this deck that you are fully prepared to deal with the consequences of knowing that you've been abducted by aliens or, you know. Why are you calling him the diddler? That's not good. What's orange and sounds like a parrot on your show? A carrot. So, hold on. On your show. Oh, what about Brian on my show? No. Uh, I can handle the dark. What decks do you have on deck? Honestly, I've got a lot. I'm going to be moving this room around soon so I can get all my decks in one place. Okay. Black cats. Can we check what's going on there, please? Do you think pets come back? Yes. So my black cat, who was my familiar, my magical partner, died last year this time in January. And then straight away they came back as a magical spirit partner, who was a black panther. So yeah. Aww. Okay, so I'm going to catch up on the chat in a second. So these are for you don't know yet, but you will. So what does Will need to know? What is supportive? What's helpful? So when we look at the experiencer deck, it's not all supportive. It's not all helpful. So I do censor a little bit. Okay, because unless you are fully prepared to embrace your super soldier journey and what that means, to embrace that trauma, those dark memories, knowing that bad things have happened, I'm obviously not going to share everything with you. So can you please, you don't know yet, but you will, can you please let me know what is your awareness of the super soldier programs? Because there's a card that's come out. What projects are you familiar with? Yeah, it's the unimaginable deck, Alistair. The unimaginable one. The one that Misha Johnston uses. Quite a few of us have this deck. I literally had to get it from America. It gives me an idea of what's going on with you. Yeah. Oh, Cryon. Yeah, Cryon. You have all the awareness. Okay, great. So I'm about to drop some weird shit. Okay, so first of all, there's confirmation for you don't know yet, but you will, that you are in galactic program. So you are a super soldier, basically. You're serving in the galactic space program. Okay, so that's come in for you. You do have psychic abilities, so you are psionic. You have many telepathic and psychic abilities since you were contacted as a child, basically. You were contacted by tall whites, which John Whitberg says are the Anunnaki. You've had encounters with tall whites. Now, for me personally, it's Zeta Greys. There's always Zeta Greys. You know, they're not. Some of them can be tall. They're not all short little weirdos. So it's generally the Greys that have come in. Now, this is the card that is caution. You have been part of a time travel program. It may not be this particular program, but you have been part of a time travel program according to these cards, and it says Montauk on it. Okay, so Montauk is the location. So the program is Project Phoenix. However, I have been involved in many time travel programs, not just Project Phoenix 1, 2, and 3. I was involved in many. So which were Monarch, Kruger, you know, Umbrella, and different programs. So that's what's coming out for you. I'm just going to ask for a clarity card, please. Is there anything more supportive? No. You've been taken to deep underground military bases. There we go. Okay. So this is the experiencer deck. This is the unimaginable. So it's letting us know that your world is a little bit darker than you may imagine. So there's other things going on behind the scenes. You've worked with Audrey. Okay, great. Yeah, so I'm going to pick you a crystal card to lighten the load. So when you are ready, you can start to explore these things if you think that's the right way to go. Not all of these things need to be explored. Not all of these altars need to be reintegrated. Altars have been made in trauma. They don't all hold the secrets of the universe. Some of them just hold the trauma. And you can send them back to the oversoul. Okay, yeah, this thing's set strong boundaries. You've got black kyanite coming out. Okay, so some of these cards are a little darker perspective, and it's saying please protect yourself, beware before you dig any deeper. Set your boundaries in place, set your clear intentions, make sure that you really want to know, right? You really want to know, because this time last year, Sean Bond did a reading with me, and I wasn't even sure what I was hoping for. I knew I was a starseed. I knew it was Atlantean, Lemurian. I've been getting weird memories coming back. I needed context. And within the first 5 minutes of that show, go and check my Anchorhaven Origins channel. In the first 5 minutes, he told me everything about me, and it broke me. I was just sitting there stunned. So when people say you're in Montauk and you're thinking, no, 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 that doesn't apply to me. You're a targeted individual. No, that doesn't apply to me. When you realize these things apply to you, it crushes you. It really does. And then you go through this frenzy, right? James is in the frenzy, I think, right now. You go through this frenzy mode of, I've got to know more. I've got to make sense of this. So you try to gather and seek as much information as you possibly can. But remember, whatever you're receiving, take your time, slowly break it down, make sense of it. Yeah, journal with it, go into meditation with it, okay? But protect your energies, because once you start opening the door to the SSP stuff, deprogramming yourself like I've been doing for the last year, honestly, it's batshit crazy. It's batshit crazy. I lost so many clients when I started to get into my SSP stuff. I'm really, really lucky that I've got like a core Anchorhaven tribe in the UK who've been with me through this whole process, but I lost loads of clients because they just couldn't understand the narrative of the rabbit holes I was going down. I lost so many people. My vibration changed, and and only certain people can go where I'm going. It's like that. So for all of us. So yeah, so some of the darker cards have come out for you. It's an opportunity. It's an opportunity to find the truth if you're ready to do so, but it's also a caution. It's a bit of a warning that not all altars need to be reintegrated. No, no, they do not. I went through a phase this time last year of thinking, I want to integrate, I want to know, I want those memories, I want that perspective. And what I started to realize was some of them are so traumatized that you need to cleanse that soul piece before it comes back. Otherwise, you're just integrating trauma, more and more trauma, and it fucks you up. It really does. So, right? Seriously, that's how bad it is. If you see me swearing on camera, that's how bad it is. So, yeah, so you go through this discovery process then, okay, of working with your higher selves, working with your oversoul, working with all these different altered versions of you, thinking what's safe for me to know, what's helpful, what's harmful. That's the process that I started to develop with David Purcell. What's helpful and what's harmful. Yeah, so because when I met David Purcell, we started off really nice. And then the memories got darker and darker and darker until they were so fucked up, right, that I had to say, dude, we can't talk for a couple of months because this is batshit fucking crazy. So you see me and Dave Purcell, we've got a big gap in the work that we did together because it got seriously so messed up with the memories that were coming in from Nat Ruffin. Like, what the actual fuck? It was so bad, right? I apologize, guys, but it was messed up. So there's a period from August to October where me and him worked less and less. And then when me, him and John Whitberg worked together, that just opened up a massive can of worms. It was insane. Whoa. And plus in August, I've been going through some trauma healing for my dyad bond. So, and once I started to ask my heart to show me the memories between me and my dyad, my super soldier brother, all it showed me was me and him ending each other over and over and over. We were pitted against each other over and over and over, like to the death. It was like that. So that's the memories that came forward. Me walking towards him and just whipping out knives. These are the memories, right? And Draco's got these memories. Draco's got a lifetime of memories of me that are so traumatic that we hardly talk sometimes. Because he's got the memories, but he won't share because it's not helpful. It's not helpful for me to know those things while I'm trying to get my memories back. Until I can meet him on that wavelength, then we can't have those conversations because they're too dark, they're too dangerous. So a little bit of caution and warning. So yeah, so the unimaginable deck is not for the faint-hearted. That whole narrative, that whole world is not for the faint-hearted. Now, if you are determined, if you're committed, if you know that you are definitely in that world, then yes, of course, I'm here to support you. Check out the anchorhaven.co.uk debrief page on my website. There's some videos there. There's videos about targeting on my channel. There's videos me and Sean Bond doing vision questing. So if you want to learn how to do vision quest techniques, which is how I recover my memories. So I've not had healing hypnosis. I've not done the QHHT. I've not done hypnosis in any way. I do vision quests. So I do shamanic techniques to help me open the memory vault. Okay. Uh, okay, that's a bit dark there. Chris loves Buffy. I love Buffy too. Oh my god, I'm gonna do a Buffy show soon. Um, Now, let me just catch up on random conversation. You want to find that deck. You can get the deck on Amazon. She doesn't have that much available on her website now, Misha Johnston. I got mine on Amazon, but the shipping cost was more than the cost of the deck. So I got that, and I got the Galactic Genealogy book as well, which cost me an absolute fortune. So for those two things, I paid $100, you know. So that's why I'm so stuck. How do I move through? So with all the information that you've received from Audrey, just pick the bits that you feel the most resonance with. Yeah, like with these cards, pick, or whatever memories you have, pick something that you really resonate with and think, is this true? Is this mine? Does this make sense? And sit down and journal with it. So we get overwhelmed with information, because I did that 1 to 2 hour session with Sean Bond. I did a 2.5 hour session with the ACIO. I did an hour session with Jessica Morocco separately. Those 3 sessions this time last year cracked my world right open. What was I like before? I didn't talk about any of this stuff. You know, January 2025, I rarely shared anything. I have random memories, so I didn't share them until I had those 3 sessions. Then I went on and got clarity with Christy Campbell. Then I went on and got clarity with Soma Arar. And I did regular sessions with Sean Bond last year, to the point that we now do them live, yeah. So okay, let me just see. Yeah, so you will move forward. Can you ask what is being blocked? What are the dark forces trying to stop me from doing? They're just trying to stop you remembering. That's all it is. So the information that we hold in our mind is coveted by the dark forces. Yeah, so I'm tracked and traced. I'm in a TIRAP program, so the Targeted Individual Research Advanced Projects. I'm in that for life, because they believe that I remember the science projects that I was working on. So yeah, so Drago and I entered into the clone projects at Kruger allegedly because we were in danger. So to make sure that we were preserved on the planet, we split ourselves. We did a Voldemort, basically. Yeah, allegedly. Wu says, loyalty is lost these days. Do you know Stray Kids? No. Is Josh Davey staying with us? You start realizing the quantum connectivity. That's true. Yeah. Morning. What can be changed? Yeah. How do I know if they're taking me at night still? They will be. I mean, watch that video with John Whitberg. Watch all of my videos with John Whitberg. Really watch his channel. And I've got a playlist of 50 videos with John Whitberg when he's done videos on all these other channels. Honestly, for me, a lot of the time, he's one of the only people that makes sense. But that's just the where I am on my journey. Read his books, get some context that way, listen to the audio books. You will be getting taken at night. We all do. These are lifelong programs. These are, especially with time missions, these are multi-dimensional, oh, that's a motorbike, other contexts of existence programs. So Montauk is still going on now. It's in time bubble now. Yeah. I used to get taken to the shipping yard nearby, and they put us into these little bubbles of reality for training and stuff. So I would think that this wasn't happening, but it really was, and it was all happening at the same time as my regular life. It was side by side. So, and plus there's other versions of you. Is it hard for you to trust, Julia, what Drago is saying? No, not at all. I trust Drago 100%. Basically because we are kind of the same person, so we've got the same genetic base code. I trust Drago. I trust the resonance that I feel with Drago. But when I originally met him, or was like watching his videos before I met him, I didn't want to watch the videos. I didn't want to hear his voice. There was something there that I didn't like. It made me feel uncomfortable, but that was because the connection was there, and like my handlers are trying to get me away from his videos. They're trying to get me away from that connection. But when I had that session with Jessica, and she said, I see you both together, same place, same time. So I started to ask, well, is that a trauma twin? What is that? She's saying, well, Jessica Morocco ACO, they don't believe in trauma twinning. They don't believe in that. But Drago and I are different. We were designed as a pair, as a team. So we work together as one soldier, basically. So our minds can link. That's what's so a bit messed up about it. So when we met each other in person in December, there was like a recalibration of our energetic field. So the first day we felt a bit uncomfortable, and the second day, total sync. It was insane. So there's a video of us together, and you'll notice that like Even our mannerisms are really similar and stuff. It's funny. So Sean got you going in a good way. Yeah, James has had sessions with Sean as well. So Amazon is out of print now. Oh, we'll contact Misha directly. um I can't remember what her channel is. Alistair says, can I get a card? I'm already deep. Okay, I'm just, so if I've missed you, I'll come back to you, let me know. I'm just going to pull an experiencer card for Alistair. Van Blaze. So I always ask for 100% truth and neutrality, but I also ask these days with these cards specifically, what is helpful for you to know? Because if it's not helpful, it could be harmful. So if it doesn't resonate, let it go. So all readings are for entertainment purposes only. I legally have to say that on here. Take what resonates, leave the rest. Do not try and make it fit. If it doesn't feel right, just let it go. So these are for Alistair. Thank you. I don't have a good method for these cards yet. I don't know how Misha does her readings. I've had one session with Misha privately. I don't have the recording on it though. Okay, it's good. Okay. So this is for Alistair Van Blaze. So real experiences come out. So your experience was really true. So in your past, you've had some kind of abduction experience or some kind of unusual thing where you've always doubted, was that a dream? Was that a dream? It wasn't a dream, it was real. So it was probably you getting returned. Okay, so you've got real experience coming out. You've got psychic abilities. You have many telepathic and psychic abilities since you've had that contact. You've also had ET teachers, so it's likely you were taken to the ET classroom on a ship as a child. Okay, that's how I know Brian Singh. I know him from Atlantis as well, but Brian and I were taken onto the same ship for training as children. Okay, so you have lived lives in the Orion system, so it's likely you're a very old soul that served in the Orion Wars. A lot of us came here after the Orion Wars to raise the vibe on the planet. Okay. So you have been used in the Joint Secret Space Program. So you are in multiple programs. Okay, that's all it says on this one. I'm going to read from the book. Sorry. Joint SSP. This is Misha Johnson's words. This card depicts that you've had experiences in the SSP, Secret Space Program, with many ETs and factions of the military and other business conglomerates like the ICC. Yeah, many of your memories and experiences can be from the 20 and back programs. Monarch often did 40, 60. It wasn't always 20. We are taken when we are asleep and return to the exact minute they took us. This can happen throughout our life many times, even possibly taking us for many decades in the SSP. You may have memories about this experience coming back to you through dreams. Sometimes your memories and experiences can be from past and parallel lives when you were in the SSP. Others feel like they are physically taken and often used. Some have flashbacks about their life in the SSP. So generally, from the people I've spoken to, is that the Nachtwaffen, they take you in this physical body. They don't like to do clones. I was a Nachtwaffen scientist, so there's still a lot of chimera that goes on where we augment and stuff. But I do remember cloning. So other people say they don't, but I have a vision in my lab when I see multiple versions of new skin in my lab. So I know that I was, and that was Nachtwaffen. I'm pretty sure that was a Nachtwaffen lab in my mind. Anyway, you've got alters. Okay, you've got alters. So you may have DID and alters. Dissociative identity disorder, is that right? So they mind fracture us. And one of my alters has come out recently, Kit Kat. So I'm going to read from her book so we can get this clear. So the alters card. You may be a survivor of a mind-controlled programming, probably from a young age, and had severe trauma by negative ETs and the shadow government, such as the alphabet agencies. They use mind control, ritual abuse, drugs, and hypnosis to split your psyche into alters and cause you to have dissociative identity disorder. In this way, they can program different personalities to do their bidding. It can also happen as a result of severe, as a child. Your mind deals with such trauma by locking locking it away in your subconscious, and the mind is split into different ages and personalities. So my latest altar that's come forward is 7 years old, and she was created when I went through a drowning process. So yeah, so Alistair, you're definitely SSP. Okay, take what resonates, explore the things that feel good, and let go of anything that doesn't. Woo, what you wrote about Drago, I swear I just had deja vu. Oh, did you? Somebody else asked me that question. I trust Drago. Beautiful sword. Oh, Bram. You don't normally catch the lives. Yes, this is just cosplay sword. It's just cosplay. But when I had them at my retreat, I had them laid out on the ground, and people came in and they were like, "Oh my god, it's swords. They look so heavy." And I was like, "They're just cosplay." It's really funny. New Buffy show got cancelled. Yeah, I wasn't happy about that. I know your brother. So Bram's in Edinburgh. I forget that. Let's go. Alistair's down for it. Is that video about Drago on your channel? Yeah, there's a video of me and Drago, and we're both interviewed with Bob Osborne. So we're sitting side by side. There's that video. It's also on Bob Osborne's channel as well. I've just put out a couple of little clips of me and Drago when we met this time last year. So there's a private video that I'm not allowed to release a full video, but I can put little tiny clips out. Yeah, check my Anchorhaven Origin playlist. So Xander from Buffy show passed away. Oh my god. Yeah, Nicholas Brandon, he ended up having a really tough life after Buffy, didn't he? You're laughing because it resonates. Okay, that's good. Yeah, I just did 20 back. You know what? We all get taken at night. Deja vu, missing time. Good morning on this sunny day. Q17. Unfortunately, Q17, we've broken out the unimaginable deck, so we're dealing with the dark stuff right now. Hillbilly Herb, good morning. Okay, Alice is saying, I had dreams about Greys many times and being taken 50 times. I just woke up in the middle of the night, frustrated and angry. So when I first started to connect with John Whitberg, and I said to him about protections and all this, and he basically says they're going to take you no matter what. It doesn't matter what you consent to or not, they're going to take you. If you're in that program, they are going to take you. I just need to plug in my phone. And so these days, he kind of welcomes being taken because it means he gets to spend time with his son who's out on another planet. So, you know, so yeah, who knows? So I do believe that you never leave those programs. I do. Okay. Just catching up. Hillbilly Herb, good to see you. A 420, I'm back. Oh, a 420, I'm back. I get it. Sorry. Yeah, you really do need to let me know. Oh, Uruguay was timed out. Okay, this is the reason why this channel's for over 18s only, especially at this time of the day, right? You guys should not even be awake. It's 7:04 a.m. here in the UK. It's Sunday morning. We're working with the unimaginable deck. If you would like a reading, pop a new messaging because I've lost track of the chat. I'm just going to pick a crystal for Alistair to support you. There's two actually. Okay, one is So Delight. This is for Alistair saying, speak your truth. Speak your truth. And then we've got Pyrite. Okay, so Pyrite is a master healing crystal. It's a full body upgrade, full body healing. We're saying let the money flow in, but this could be a wealth of information coming in for you is how I feel. I get a strong feeling about Nathan, that he was heavily involved in the programs. Are we talking about Nathan Fox? Or are we talking about Nathan Sizak? Nathan Fox. Yeah, he's SSP. You know what? There's so many Canadians in these programs because of that massive dumb. You are indeed speaking your truth. Alistair, have you got videos on your channel? Would you like to be a guest on my channel? Nathan Fox. Yeah, I don't have memories of Nathan. I've got very limited memories of people. They're starting to come forward. But it's not always helpful to let people know that you remember them. Because you need to see where they're at on their journey, don't you, before you start saying, hey, I remember you, and you did this, and you were awful, and oh my god, there's a lot of Canadian SSB. because the Monic Dumb is based in Canada, but it runs over into America as well, so we literally grew up there. You'd like an unimaginable reading. Oh, Nathan. The unimaginable. I just call it the Experiencer deck now. ET Experiencer Oracle deck, The Unimaginable by Misha Johnston. So these cards are for Nathan. Were Sea Witch Fox. The Sea Witch. Let's see if we can tell Nathan something he's not heard before. Okay. This is interesting. At the moment, there are archons coming in your awareness, being used to slow you down, basically. But the mantids are coming in to help you with that. So just acknowledge your mantis guides. They do feel like green mantis. So archons, let's read the book on archons. Let's see what Misha says about that. Tricky little suckers. So the archons, they exist as an alien species independent of humankind. They exist as presence in our minds, rather like a set of programs operating in our mental environment. The risk they pose by invading our mental software is far greater than any physical risk they might pose by erratically breaching the biosphere. Working through telepathy and suggestion, the archons attempt to deviate us from our proper course of evolution. According to the Gnostics, their most successful technique is to use religious ideology to insinuate their way of thinking and, in effect, substitute their mindset for ours. Okay, so that's what's going on. But the hybrid, the mantids are coming out to help you. So I said hybrid because you've got hybrid presentation. You're in a hybrid program and had hybrid presentations. So a lot of us are hybridized anyway. So we've got a mixture of DNA, but some of us are in these programs like Cosmic Mother, Cosmic Father. So they take our DNA to make hybridized babies. Okay, so a lot of people have been through this. This is very normal. Okay. So you've got an ET Galactic guide coming for you. You're guided by the Galactics. It's Andromedan. So you have lived lives as an Andromedan, who are some of the oldest and wisest of us. I also present as Andromedan. Let's read about the Andromedans. Getting all the A's out today. So, humanoids, similar in appearance to Earth humans, usually wear traditional multicolored Galactic Federation jumpsuits. Andromedans consist of 3 basic Earth human types: Nordic, blonde, blue eyes, to Mediterranean, darker skin, darker hair, an Asian type. The eyes of all Andromedans are slightly larger than those of Earth humans. They vary in height from 5 to 7 feet tall. Andromedans have healing and communication abilities which are often felt in early childhood. Many Andromedans discover they've much to offer on a spiritual pathway, become teachers and healers. They must work with issues of self-confidence and love. These areas may be obvious in their need for development or may be disguised. When self-love and confidence are developed, the inner freedom and spiritual connectedness will be found within. So as this develops, the connection between self and God becomes strong, allows past life memories to flow, and many old talents begin to awaken to be used once again. That's the Andromedans. Okay, you do also have an Alpha Draconian connection. Okay, so it says you've been abducted by an Alpha Draconian. So there is a reptilian connection there, like most of us have, reptilian DNA, especially those of us who are emissaries and ambassadors. We need that DNA so that we can actually be in the room with them and have those conversations. So, you know, it's nothing new. So that is for Nathan Sea Witch Fox. Herb, have you a chance to look at joystick? Joystick? Thank you. It's like SS Ball. All glass. Okay. OG Diner Omni. What's that? It'd be interesting to try glass versus titanium. So, we're talking about 420 stuff. The 420 and back. Welcome to the 420 and back show. Most black weapon vets also have heavy draconian ties. Yeah, so we need that to be able to operate tech and stuff, don't we? So that's really normal. And you know, not all reptilians are bad. Yeah, don't even try and talk to John Whitberg. If you have a point of view that reptilians are bad, he will not talk to you. you told you're Draconian general in the military. So I have a Draconian military female that is active in this reality, and she sends me guards from time to time to protect me. And she incarnated deliberately to do that. Where do I go hang out with SSP people in real life? In real life? Dude, we are messed up. You don't want to do that. Where would I go and hang out with all the other targeted individuals so we could all be targeted together at the same time? No, 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 no. Keep it secret, keep it safe. I don't know. I don't know. Probably the festivals, the conferences. Yeah, come to BASES 2026 International Disclosure Conference in June here in the UK. Can I get an SSP card? I don't think I was in the program though. Okay, well we'll take it gentle and easy. Anunnaki are not all bad. So we're talking about the founding races here. Yeah, come to BASES. But you need to have a car. So it's like, I don't have a car. It's tricky. These are for Sil Caller. So you're Palladian, right, Sil? If you're in Soma's groups. Palladian Atlanteans. Okay. So I'm not seeing that you're in the SSP, but I am seeing that you have had encounters with ET. Okay, so because you've got missing time. Okay, so missing time, you've experienced missing time. So you have had an experience. That experience was real. So you may already know or have an idea what it was, when it was. You have psychic abilities. So I feel like you were taken. Can I get a clarity on what that is, please? I got this overwhelming feeling then in my throat. So yeah, you were taken for psychic training. So you have, a bit like how I have activated voice tones, you also have an activated voice ability. God bless you too, Andrew. Thank you for joining us. So yeah, so telepathic and psychic abilities. So your communication is your key. Okay, there's something going on there. Now, you also have a memory. So when they take you and put you back, sometimes they replace the memory. So maybe you woke up or something happened and they couldn't fully erase your mind. So they put in a screen memory. So one of the memories you have that you're not too sure of, it's actually not real. So the screen memories were given to you to hide your real experience. Now, I just discovered a screen memory recently about a drowning experience that I'd had, but what had been changed was the location. The location was changed. So if you drew the screen memory card, you're being shown that screen memories may have been used on you by either ETs or shadow government. So you could be a military abductee. They work with the ETs, vice versa. Some of the memories you have are not true, but have been covered up to hide the real experience. This is also done by using families or other faces in a false screen memory. Events and places can also be screened, so you don't know what really happened. So in my case, they changed the location. So even though I knew I had that experience, I did not realize where it actually happened. And once I knew where it happened, oh dear, it was part of a program. So yeah, so this is for you, Sil. So I'm not getting any SSP in the awareness right now, but there's definitely ET contact that you've had. It's possible it could just be with your Palladian family. So your star family comes in to do healing with you, to come and upgrade you, to do training, to try and help you remember what's helpful. Getting pressures coming in now. Is that? Yeah, that's the Palladian energies coming in. Okay. Okay, Andrew. Let me just check if there's anybody else. Yeah, all conferences you get abducted. So I messaged Drago a couple of weeks ago and I said, I found this on my phone. Did I talk to you about this? And it's me that I'd woken up in the middle of the night, written on my phone. I was just in a briefing room with Drago in a deep underground military base nearby. So, and he's like, no, we didn't talk about this. So we're at the conference and in the night, we'd literally got taken for a debrief in the night, like. So, and I'd woken up and a version of me had written it down for other version of me to find later on. You've got friends in the Lake District. Okay. No species of yin-yang reality we live in. There's got to be a balance there. Yeah, some of your memories have been altered. Oh, you're welcome. Okay, Andrew G. Where you're in Norfolk. Andrew 36. I'm just going to have a drink. So I'll be doing the basis designs this week. There's a video I did with Miles and we talk a little bit about the bases next conference in June, International Disclosure Conference. So this is for Andrew G. So Andrew, please let me know, what's your awareness like? We're working with the Experiencer deck. If you are not into the Secret Space program, Super Soldier programs, this is not the deck for you. Or if you're not into I may have been abducted by aliens, this is not the deck for you. And I can get you a crystal card instead. So Andrew, can you just confirm what your awareness is of the ET and the experiences stuff? I say this because this deck is activating and triggering for some. It's a shock to the system. So if you're not in that narrative, please let me know right now before I start pulling cards. Because, you know, I can talk to you about healing with the crystal cards and generally see what's going on. Pull a Kami. I'm dealing with Andrew. So Andrew 36. Yeah, Japanese Kami are very supportive spiritual spirits from Japanese folklore. Andrew, you still in the chat? So this is the last reading I'm going to do with the Experiencer cards. Unless Spiderbite wants an SSP card, but I don't think Spiderbite wants that kind of... Okay. Andrew's not responding, so I'm going to move on. Spiderbite, do you want the Japanese Kami deck, or do you want Crystal deck, or do you want the SSP deck? Spidey. Oh, you want the Kami? Okay. So we're working with the yokai, Japanese folklore. These are very bizarre. But Spiderbite's familiar with the Kami. So please can we have the most appropriate Kami, spirit, ghost, monster for Spiderbite, please? Thank you. Wow. So it's the Jinmenju, human-faced trees, appreciation, unique encounters, and preciousness. This is for Spiderbite in Australia. So Jinmenju, the phrase, treasure every encounter, ichigo ichi-e, hidden in forests, secluded valleys, or mountainous mythical lands grow the Jinmenju, an otherworldly tree bearing fruit that looks like little human heads. These faces don't speak, but if you ask them a question, they start giggling. Be careful though, if they laugh too hard, they fall to the ground, wither and die. Seeing a Jinmenju is a rare and precious encounter. The phrase ichigo ichi-e, which originated with the 16th century green tea master and is used in martial arts and Zen, teaches you to cherish every encounter, as each is as unique occurrence that can never be repeated. The card reminds you to be fully present, pay attention, and cherish each person and fleeting moment with gratitude and respect. So the reflection, how can you more deeply appreciate the moments and people in your life? Ichigo, ichi-e, treasure every encounter. Oh, Judy! Welcome, Judy! Okay, so that was for Spiderbite. So we're working with the Japanese yokai, the kami, the spirits, the monsters, the ghosts. They're very supportive. Very, very supportive. So, Judy, would you like a card? Hey, Judy, are you aware of what's going on with Breakaway Ray? Because he seems to have taken a time out. And he did, I sent him a text, but he never responds to me on text. I need to check my email. But he did respond to Rob, a typical skeptic. So hopefully he's okay. Did he say he was taking a holiday? Because I don't recall that. You're welcome, Spiderbite. So this is a card for Judy, working with the yokai. Okay, yeah. So, because I wasn't aware it'd been like 6 days, because I'm timeless. I've got no idea what day it is. And then I saw a comment from Lisa Talcott on one of mine shorts that I had with him, saying that he was like AWOL. So then I started to reach out. Interesting. Hitosume kozo. One-eyed boys. Focus, curiosity, purpose. This is for Judy. So checking the book. There's no way I'm going to remember all of these at all. Okay, hitsusume kozai. So there is a phrase, and it's ikigai. Ikigai, reason for being, the joy of living, finding your ikigai. Okay, a creepy little bald-headed, one-eyed boy in monk robes wanders around with the sole purpose of startling strangers and then taking great delight in their reaction. This mischievous task is his reason for waking up in the morning. Ichigai is one of those uniquely Japanese words that carries a deep and layered meaning. One popular definition states that it's the intersection of what you love, what the world needs, and what you're good at, and what you can be paid for. When these elements align, they create a deep sense of purpose and happiness. The Hitsusumi Kozai card encourages you to focus on your potential, nudging you to focus on what sparks excitement and joy and brings meaning to your life. So, reflection, no matter how tiny, what can you start doing today to discover or nurture what you're most passionate about? Ikigai, I've literally been waiting for this to come out. I'm waiting for it to come out. So for me, my podcast is that intersection of things that I love to do and, you know, that kind of thing. But it doesn't pay. So I need to get to 1,000 followers to monetize, right? So yeah, so help me do that. But ikigai, your reason for being, the joy of living. What a great message. Well done, Judy. What a lovely energy Judy brings in. There we go. It's a funny picture. I just love how it describes it, something so ugly, and you know, I love that. It's really funny. Okay, 7:23 a.m. I've been going for 66 minutes. There's 15 people watching, so please pop a message in the chat. Let us know where in the world you are. This channel is for over 18s only, because sometimes our topics are very dark and creepy, and we talk about all things secret space programs, super soldier programs, time travel, stargates, cloning, disclosure, bad jokes today, bad dad jokes. So Cola, oh, you're off to bed. Good night, Sil. Thank you so much for joining us. Good morning, Joe. Good morning, Joe. Can we get a card for what the heck we should all do? Okay, that's a good question. So, honored yokai, we respect you very, very much. Please can we have a message for the collective? What should we all focus on as we move forward today? Yeah, we honor your words. Please grace us with a proper good message. So let's see. What am I drawn to? Okay, it's the Chochin Obake, Paper Lantern Ghost, Illumination, Overlooked Opportunity, and Careful Perception. Careful Perception. Okay, let's check that. Chochin Obake. Please don't get offended by my Japanese. So, the phrase, the Zen phrase is under the lighthouse, darkness, Todaimoto Kurashi. A worn paper lantern floats down a deserted street, sticking its long tongue out while peering around with its unblinking eye. This harmless Chochin Obake emits an eerie glow as it searches for someone to startle. The saying, under the lighthouse, darkness, is a statement on how hard it can be to notice what's right under your nose. This might mean a lack of self-awareness, a blindness to the obvious, or a neglect of things closest to you, like your family or friends. Like the shadow at a lighthouse's base, important truths may be hiding in plain sight. Ooh. The Chochin Obake card invites you to pause, shift focus, and reconsider what you've taken for granted. Fresh perspectives can lead to surprising revelations. So the reflection, what aspects of yourself or your situation might you be overlooking because you're too close or familiar? So what's going on in the world is that disclosure's coming out. Everybody's saying, okay, this is the reality. There's human meat, there's bugs, there's all this weird shit going on, there's trafficking. Okay, and people just carry on. Yeah, in ignorance. They are in ignorance. Ignore, ignore, ignore. Keep moving forward. Same, but different, right? So people are moving into ignorance now. So they're just tolerating. They're tolerating. Okay, the world's gone batshit crazy. The world is a dumpster fire. It's a fire sale, right? Yeah, adaptability. The flying bolts of cloth are coming out, saying flexibility, subtle strength, adaptability. So people are adapting, but they're not really integrating. They're not fully understanding the reality of what's going on in the world. It's kind of like, oh, okay then. And they're just carrying on in shock. Do you know what I mean? So good morning, me, myself, and I. Good morning, Scotland. May I get a health card reading? Okay, you are welcome. So I'm going to do the crystals for you. Judy says, overlooking the opportunity presented to us. I'm going out to the garden. I find the answers in nature. Yes. So this is for me, myself, and I in Scotland, having a look what's going on in their body. We just make some space. One sec. Whoops. Okay, so this is a little introduction to the type of readings that I do. If you come on a one-to-one with me on my website, you can use the coupon code SUBSTACK to get a 30% discount right now. And we do an elemental overview of what's going on in your life. When I do an Akashic reading, I look into your timeline a bit more as well. So this is for me, myself, and I. So your grounded focus, your earth energies, you're going through a period of heart healing. Yeah, it's saying be the bigger person. You've got Jade coming in. So your emotions are going to be a little bit unstable right now. Maybe you're feeling lackluster. You just don't know what's going on. But your heart is having a bit of an upgrade. You might be dealing with shadow work, forgiveness, and stuff like that. But this is a self-care moment. So you need to really stop. Take care of yourself. Do you have everything you need? Because as you move into the air energy, the words you think, the words you say, we've got Lepidolite coming in. For me, this is a soothing card. It says recall your dreams. So it is in the communication center. But when I see Lepidolite, it's about pain relieving. So there's something about your words or things that you're hearing that are quite hard to integrate. So just be mindful of what you're telling yourself, okay? A bit of loving kindness is required in regards to words, okay? You may even have physical pain in the body, so let me know if that's a thing. So lepidolite contains lithium, which they put in antidepressants, okay? So it could be that your words need to be a little bit kinder, okay? You are going through a spiritual upgrade. You're going through the transformational fire energy is moonstone, so your psychic senses are upgrading. If you do not bring your body into balance, it will feel like you're going nuts, okay? This card is saying live your purpose. So at the moment, you've got choices available. It doesn't really matter which way you choose to go, as long as you're focusing on the things that you love to do. There's such a heaviness in your heart right now. So live your purpose. Moonstone, trust your intuition, okay? Trust what you know to be true. So there may be some things that are going to fall away around you that have been impacting your health, but as long as you're focusing on what you truly know to be true, trusting yourself, trusting your higher self, trusting your guides, you're going to get through this next stage, okay? As you come into the water energies, which is basically your emotions and how smooth your pathway is, we've got the Aragonite Sputnik coming in. Okay, this kind of lets me know that there is things in relation to relationships, because we've got the orange energy, which is linked into the sacral chakra, which is linked into those kind of passionate life force relationships, exchanges we have. It says release your emotional baggage. Okay, so we've got the water energy saying there's emotions that need to come before you can move forward, and we've got the soothing lepidolite coming in saying, yeah, your words, how you, your breath work and things like that are going to help you to release your emotions. So if your body is feeling quite heavy, quite slow, quite sluggish, it's because it's telling you need to slow down right now. Your body is giving you signs, and you need to think, okay, what's my body trying to say? There's lots on your mind as well. I can feel the pressure in the head. As you move forward, you're going through this healing cycle. So it's a period. You may have ups and downs. You may feel really great one day, the next day you feel like, I don't really want to get out of bed, I don't really want to go to work or whatever. But you are actually having a big upgrade, and things that are not you, things that are not on your resonance, on your highest vibration, highest timeline, are falling away. This could even be people that are falling away from you and around you, because you're about to start fresh. Okay, this is a new phase starting. You're starting fresh. And so the color here, we're working with the jades and the turquoise. So you've got the higher heart, which is where the emotions release, and you've got the throat where we express. This is the spiritual gate. Now the gate has been closed down for a while, but it's opening up now. And once we open up that spiritual gate, you are going to have a surge of energy coming up through your body, and you're probably going to have a Kundalini activation coming through as well. So overall, this is really good. I'm just going to pull one extra card. Thank you. Yeah, get up, get moving. So your body's having a full body detox, a full body upgrade is going on. So if you're feeling a bit out of sorts, this is why. Okay, let me just see. So let me know how that was. If that made any sense for me, myself, and I. If it doesn't make sense, just let it go. So these readings are all for entertainment purposes only. And you know, if it's for you, then great. If it's not for you, just let it go. But this is the healing energies around you. So working mainly with the green crystals right now. Trusting what you know. Getting yourself grounded while you go through this healing period. Okay, let me just catch up on the chat here. Spidey's going. See you, Spidey. Thanks for joining in. Hi, Isabella. Blue Jordan. Hello from California. May I have a card, life purpose, or anything SSP related? Okay, you need to confirm that you're ready for SSP cards. I'm not looking to trigger anybody. I'm looking to activate and upgrade. I'm not looking to trigger anybody. Okay. Not sure. Lots of love and batteries. What? That's so funny. Okay, Blue, this is for you. Can you please just confirm that you're aware of SSP? That you're aware of programs and ET abductions and things like that? Just pop a message in before I start working with the Experiencer deck. You're ready. Thank you. So, yeah, some of the cards are a little bit darker because we're dealing with the reality of the world. So this is for Blue Jordan. Is there anything helpful? Can I have helpful? For fuck's sake, give me some helpful cards. Oh, you are ready. Jesus, you're ready. It's like the speed that these cards are coming out for you. Okay, let me see what we get. Oh, interesting. Wow. Okay, I'm not getting SSP coming out, but I am getting a handled situation. I'm getting military Milab. Let me just see if I can put this into an order that makes sense. I mean, one of the best things right now is you've got benevolent reptilians who are supporting you. So you've got reptilian guides who are really supporting you. So you've got reptilian family, so that's great. Okay, so not all reptilians are bad. You do also have a few other around you. So there's some influence of some alpha draconians. So some reptilians that are not positive. So you've got different factions there going on. You have had encounters with Zetas, with the Zeta Greys. There's 2 Zeta cards come out. Zeta Reticuli, you've had an encounter with the Zeta Reticuli, or you are one. Grey, you may have had encounters with negative Greys. So you have a balance of reptilians and a balance of Greys working with you. So I also have a mixture of things. I've got Greys that, the Zeta Greys, who mess with me. So one minute they'll be really nice, like star family, helping me, raising me, whatever. And then other minutes they're just putting me through the ringer, testing me, bombarding me with radiation, you know, because they just use me for experiments. I feel like you've got a similar situation there. You do have galactic family, so I'm going to see if I can get a galactic origin. Palladians popped into my mind. Syrians popped into my mind. Okay. Right, so yeah, so are you looking into the SSP projects? Are you looking into that right now? Have you been thinking about one project in particular? Because I've got a card that's come out, but I don't have anything around it to support it. So I wonder if it's just something that you've been researching into. Okay, so what does worry me a little bit? So we got the military abduction card, okay, which lets me know that you've been, it says you've been re-abducted and put in the Milab program. So as a Milab, that makes you a targeted individual. There's a handler, okay? So we all have handlers. Yeah, so we are handled. Okay, so this is for Blue Jardin. So you may be handled by another person. I'm just going to read from the book. We have a lot of handlers. I've got clones that are used as handlers. So I'm starting to kind of develop a I know that if I do certain things, you know, if I keep to my routine, yeah, if I I don't know. Let me find the handling card. Okay, handler. Not to get confused with a soulmate, handlers are sent into your life to control, manipulate, and cause you to lose sight of your mission. Now, bear in mind, I know that I've got clones that are sitting in booths, in like gaming booths in China, who are used as handlers, okay? I've had visions of that. They're literally sitting in a cubicle and they're pressing buttons so to satellites and stuff like that. So not all handlers are physically in your vicinity. Some of them are far off. They're remote viewers. Some of them could be your neighbors and things that get paid off to monitor you. So not all of them are physically in your awareness. Other handlers are controlling you to keep you down emotionally or keep you physically sick and even push you into suicide. They often come into a relationship under the guise of a special love or your soulmate. They are usually narcissistic and abusive. Often a spouse can be taken over or be controlled by your handler. So I have had that kind of situation. That is why some don't even know that they are handled and handlers. If you think you might have a handler as a spouse, parent, or friend, you should leave the situation immediately. Well, that's great advice, Misha Johnston, but some of us were with their handlers for over 20 years. Do you know what I mean? So, and I'm still in a situation where that person's reaching out to me all the time because they don't realize that they're handled and targeted, and I try and distance myself as much as I can for their own safety. Do you know what I mean? So not everybody realizes that they're being handled or that they have handlers, but we are all handled in this matrix, so it's nothing new. Okay, so just be aware of who's around you. So Milab, so if you're a Milab, then there's a reason why you're being abducted. There's a reason why you've got ET guides in balance trying to support you. You're a powerful person, okay? You are a powerful person. They don't mess around. They don't waste money sending handlers and targeting to nobody, okay? That was a hard lesson for me to learn. Especially when I started working with Dave Purcell, and I was in the why me? Like, why the hell would they bother? Because we've got information, we've got skills, abilities that they need, okay? So you are an important person. Now, the Montauk card came out, which is indicating, yes, there's time travel, but I don't know because I don't see anything else here that would suggest SSP. So if that's something that you're looking into, if it resonates with you, please remember that Montauk, Project Phoenix, was primarily a time travel program. It wasn't about torture. It wasn't about, you know, keeping kids in cages. It was about time travel. And there's so much more information out there about the time travel projects that soon, hopefully, that'll start flooding into people's awareness. John Whitberg talks about the time travel projects because his alter Caldell show was there, and Kyle was a synthetic, and he came in as like a military or security or whatever. So he didn't see, so that's not in his awareness to write in the books. Yeah, he's got minimal information about the crappy things that people talk about, you know, when I'm a survivor and all that. So okay, past experiences. Kruger. Can I get confirmation? So I'm also Kruger. So I'm just getting ET contact. So whatever you're doing, I feel like you are a bridge between the humans and the ETs. So it's possible that you've got ambassador roles as well. Get clarity. I'm getting there's a lot of targeting. Government hybrid. So yeah, we need to be careful talking about Kruger. Sean Bond doesn't let me look into it too much because I'm an active Kruger agent in the off-planet stuff. So when I try and look into it, I get a hell of a lot of targeting. So right now I'm getting like something trying to clamp down on my head to stop me talking about this. So Over 20 years. Yeah. So let me just have a look there, catching up. Okay, yeah. So knowing that you're a Milab, knowing that you are in the hybridization programs is important. Knowing that you've got a balance of reptilian guides around you. So there may be some nefarious ones, but you've got positive ones coming in as well. There may be, you know, the Zetas who can be good and bad, but you've got the Greys coming in as well. So you've got like you've got multi things around you trying to balance you out. So can I have a crystal, please? Thank you. So the main focus at the moment is to take care of yourself. If you're looking into all these things, we work with the, is it helpful? Is it harmful? So this information is great, but what are you going to do with it? Okay. So sit down, take the information if it feels right. If it doesn't, just put a pin in it for now. So when I do videos with people and I get loads of information coming in, or I do a vision quest and I get memories, I have to go piece by piece, step by step. Is this helpful? And if it's recorded, I'll watch it over and over and over. I'll wait a month and watch it again, wait a month and watch it again. So when at the moment, I'm in the process of watching back the videos from this time last year, and my awareness has changed so much in the last 12 months. I am not the same person I was when I did those videos. I'm literally not even on the same freaking timeline at all, right, as that person. So I look back at her and she looks totally different. Yeah, it's so weird. Okay. Yeah, family members most common as handlers. Yeah, they don't know. They don't know. So my ex-partner used to sit in the kitchen and the light would be buzzing over his head. And then once he moved out, the light did never do that again. So they use the lights to target you. They use the Wi-Fi. They use your phones. Yeah, so that person is receiving V2K, but of course they don't know that they've got archons and V2K and all that, and mind control. My brother just got up. Can he have an SSP card? Okay, so how aware is he of the SSP stuff? Does he follow the channel? Yeah, I'm a bit cautious using this deck because I'm going through it myself and it's put me through the ringer. And this is a trauma healing journey. Yeah, it's not easy. And I've been really fortunate that I've got some good stable people around me, and some of them are in the chat here, and I have like SSP mentors and stuff that I work with to help keep me stable, because I am not a stable person. I may look stable on camera, but I am not. I am batshit crazy at times. My energy is psychotic. My energy is so massive that they've had to suppress my emotions down. Yeah, so I am number 7. If you've not watched Umbrella Academy, go and watch that. I am number 7. That is based on me. That's based on my archetype. You know, I am the Orphan Black. That's based on me and Drago. So Drago's got memories of me at full capacity, and it's not good. Where they've literally had to send in a team to cover up because I've got angry. Okay, so this is for Will's brother. I'm just gonna pick because I'm not familiar with their energy. Just going to ask for 2 cards. Okay. All I'm going to say is there is a possibility of Milab right now. That's all I'm going to share. And there's a possibility of cloning. Yeah, and that's for your brother, Will. So if they start interacting more and then I can tune into their energy, then galactic star seeds on the bottom of the deck. So yeah, so there is a possibility of the military abduction there, which is, you know, most of us have been through some kind of program. Military always work. The government always works with ETs, from my personal experience. So you're welcome. You saw a large memory stone last night. You could touch it to retrieve memories past, present, future. Oh wow, that's amazing. No, I don't have that in my awareness. Your hematite grounding down. It's connected into your Earth Star chakra, this memory stone. So you're retrieving memories from your timeline that's held in the Earth Star. So I don't have that in my awareness, but I am connected to pyramids that have spheres inside, and I use those to store, as a galactic record keeper, I use those to store information. So it's reminded me of that. So, but yeah, so I think it's just an access for you to go into your timeline more. Oh, he does, he knows. Okay, well, he needs to follow the channel. Okay. James says, I think also that why they have a dampening field. Yeah, so some of us have Some of us are controlled because our abilities are unstable or they're massive. Yeah. So when you look at number 7 and it's an apocalyptic event, my ACI, and she blew up the moon. In my ACIO video, Peter does mention that I blew up the moon in other contexts of existence. So whether that's real or not, I don't know. But they were asking me to mine gems on the moon. So I literally just shattered the moon and said, go and get your gems. There you go. There they are now. Go and get them. So I don't know how true that is. Yeah. So some of the things from the ACIO video made sense. Some of it didn't make sense. Some of it I'm still processing, especially the project stuff. And he made reference to a couple of bases on the moon, and nobody else has awareness of those particular base numbers. So that's unusual. And so I recommend the process though, because that's how I ended up meeting Drago and getting that clarity. So Jessica Morocco, you can just do a 1-hour session with her without Peace of the Insider. She's a powerful psychic. So she was the one that said she saw me and Drago together. And then when Drago and I met on Zoom, the energy like there was insane. So there was like, we both had like hair standing up on our arms. So, and we knew each other. And when you see us sitting side by side, we actually look a lot like each other. It's weird because we've got the same genetic base code. So some of our abilities are the same because we're from the same soul family. Yeah, we're both from the same soul family. Been put into different versions, different models, but the base code is the same. And we were augmented so that we could work together as a super soldier team. So it's a bit weird, but definitely it's a sibling connection. There's nothing else there for us. It's a sibling connection. So there's a bit of, on my part, it's a bit of annoyance. And on his part, it's like, oh God, she's at it again kind of energy. Because, so yeah, so I was always going off mission basically, and just blowing things up and going to the end game, shall we say. No time for anything, just everything. So, which is not good. He's got awful memories of me, really, really bad. So I've had somebody reach out to me recently with a darker memory of me. But those of you who really know that my alters will know what I'm talking about. Yeah, so it's mad. Anyway, we go for 90 minutes. We're going to finish off. So thank you so much for joining me. 7:48 a.m. here in the United Kingdom. Was there somebody that wanted an SSP card and I missed it? I've just come back into my awareness. Okay, if I've not pulled an SSP card and you mentioned, oh, it's Joe. Okay, it's Joe. Okay. When you posted the sword picture, I got this name Seraphon, looked it up, and it's a reptilian warrior. Oh, nice. Okay, this is for Joe. I've not pulled your cards yet, have I, Joe? Okay, so please remember, take what resonates, leave the rest. If it doesn't fit, don't try and make it fit. It could be that you will get awareness of these things later on. It could be that you will wish you never did, like in some of my cases. I wish I did not have those visions in my head. I'm forever grateful that I managed to get my reconnection with Drago back, because we recalibrated both of our energy fields. But it's a bit of a burden for him though, that he started to place me in his memories, and then of course he has to process that then, doesn't he, you know, which is not good. Okay. You got one good card. Okay, we've got a light language card come out. So Joe, please start using your voice, your light hands, your light energy field, your connection to the sun. Please work with your light language more, okay? Light language is so important. You've been receiving galactic light language transmissions, so go into meditation more. Sometimes when we receive the holographic, the sacred geometry transmissions, you don't need to do anything, so don't try and figure it out or just wreck your head. So sometimes they're just coming in to upgrade your DNA and fill in the blanks of things that you've missed. So I used to get a lot of real holographic coming in, and then that stopped because it got me up to the level that I needed to be. So that's positive. You've got light language. You've also got connection to the Orion system. Okay, so we could be talking about Mintaka as well. So if you're water based, that could be that. We have got childhood visitation. Okay, so you were connected to ETs at childhood. You've been taken. Oh, you don't like the light language. That'll be because it's false light. Yeah, there's plenty of people out there speaking false light language. Got to be really careful. So yeah, if you don't like what they hear, then definitely don't listen to it. So you'll be cutting through the truth. Yeah, you'll be cutting through. Sometimes I like to hear people speaking fairy language. Because we're getting the new fairy deck soon, so I'm gonna have to embrace the fairy connection, the Danu connection. Okay, now getting into the more darker stuff. So there are handlers around you, so you may be starting to realize that you're a targeted individual of some kind. There's a video I've done with Miles about targeting. I think we've done 2 videos. We use the term empowered. Yeah, targeting is a low vibrational word. We're empowered individuals. We are empowered people, and that's how we need to think. They wouldn't bother targeting you if you weren't important. Okay, it's as simple as that. So you've got hybrid presentation. So we have got the cosmic mother aspect coming in. So your DNA has been taken, childhood visitation. So you were taken. You were cloned actually. The clone card hasn't come out, but I can tell that you were cloned. Got clones on Mars. You have got clones on the moon. Sorry, I'm just scanning your echoes. You've got clones in Australia and China, potentially Russia and South America. No idea what they're doing. Sometimes our clones are just in general population. Okay, oh, getting a lot of targeting on that one. Apologies. Okay, so we've had the handler card. Now there's Zeta Reticuli come out. So you've had encounters with the Zetas, or you are one. So it's likely you have Zeta DNA. Zetas love to access us who are Celtic. They love that kind of thing, yeah? Because they want to use our portal tech, our portal DNA, and we're natural portal openers. So I've kind of got a feeling of that with you. The Montauk card has come out, but it just means time travel. Yeah, so it might not mean that you're in that particular program, but you might be a time lord. You might have time abilities. So yeah, get a session with Sean Bond. Yeah, Sean is like the ultimate at opening up all these files, and I trust working with Sean. He's got really high authority, and he makes me feel safe enough to do live vision quests, right? And if you watch back those 2 vision quests we did, I got attacked on one of them. I literally got stabbed in the stomach etherically, and I'm like, Sean, I've been knifed in the stomach, and he's just like, yeah, I know, I'm helping you, working on it, right? So he's just so blasé about everything, so nothing phases him. You've had encounters with time traveler. Nice. Yeah, so there's versions of you that are traveling. Is there anything else that would like to come out for Joe? You're going to the future. Oh, here we go. There we go. Time traveler. Yep, so you are going to the future. You time travel during your dreams, but I feel like you're stabilizing. You might be an anchor like me. There's an element of you going into the future. You are also stabilizing elements in the past. What's that about? You're a teacher. Yeah, you go back in the past. You're actually teaching your previous versions and your parallel versions, things that you learn from the future. That's nice. It's about psionics and healing for sure. Yeah, earth connections. So yeah, so you're in between past, present, parallel. You're just sharing information. You're like a runner. You're like running through timelines. That's really cool. Yeah, you're making me think about my runner. She's Venusian. So she's very fast. She's a speedster. So you've got that element as well. So you can speed through timelines. Okay, interesting. Yeah, there we go. So that's for Joe. Yeah, you guys may have noticed my awareness is opening up. So so I go into meditation after this. I go into my own vision questing for a couple of hours, and eventually I'll pass out and fall asleep, and then I wake up. Yeah, time traveler was a Venusian, and it was a future me. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah. That's really cool. Yeah, Venusians are very heart-centered. Mine is, she does look blonde, and I've met her once. David Purcell and I, we did this mission on a ship. So we were getting attacked really bad, and I'm not sure I've really talked about this much. So we had this ship that was coming in, and he said, let's take it on. And I was like, no. And it's like, go on, you just got your scorpion. So we so we projected into this ship, and it was quite a big ship. And I stood there, and for me, it just looks like Star Trek in my mind. And so I was standing in the hallway, and my scorpion was next to me, and then my scorpion just went, nah, and she just birthed all these baby scorpions, and they just took over the ship, right? And I got visions of scorpions like running up to people, like, and they just, it was like a reptilian or a like nefarious ship. So the scorpion just went and neutralized everybody, and then all the babies just went back into the scorpion. And I'm standing there feeling like, wow, this is really weird, this feeling of what I've just witnessed and everything. And I started to move into dark bliss. And I'm standing there in this dark bliss, and then I see a version of me comes up, and it was my Venusian speedster. And I'm kind of talking to her for a moment, and then David says, let's come back now. And me goes, no, because I'm just embraced in this dark bliss. Right, and I didn't come back for like 5 minutes or so, and I altered out into that. This was the first time I'd like altered out just in general conversation, like another version had come through. And so I was like, no, she's not going anywhere. We really like this dark bliss feeling. It was like Ball Queen took over. It was like that. And then when I spoke to Dr. Amir about it, he said it was the spoils of war. So I got that kind of like that sacral surge of energy come in. Like, you know, like Buffy the Vampire Slayer, and after she does some slaying, she feels like she wants to like get intimate or whatever. So I had this big surge of energy come in, and I moved into this dark bliss state. I am dark goddess energy, so that came out, and I was just like, wow, I love this feeling. And I just, oh, it was so seductive, that feeling. Like, I still want that feeling. I know how bad that is. I still want that feeling. But Dr. May said it's spoils of war. Allow yourself to indulge temporarily, right? So that's weird. But that's when I met my Venusian speedster. So I know that's a messed up story. Sorry, guys. I wonder if I should put that in the book. It might go in volume 2. So I'm working on volume 1. It's a mess right now. Trying to do all like 25 years of stuff. It's a mess. So anyway, I'll leave you guys. We're going on for 100 minutes. Thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate it. I love these early AM lives. I will be live later on at 7 a.m. Eastern. I've got Nuskin, SSP soldier, coming on. He's Canadian. We're doing a live Q&A, so you can ask him anything at all you want to ask him. He has a really big awareness. Lots of things. He's aware of some of his past lives. He's aware of his primaries and secondaries, as he calls them, his alters. So yeah, so he's one of the only other people like John Whitberg who've got very clear information about Kruger. Yeah, and about Monarch and Nachtwaffen. So yeah, do join me at 7 o'clock Eastern for the Nuskin live Q&A. So that's going to be so cool. So take care, everybody. Have a great Sunday. And we're in the beautiful energies of Ostara, the spring equinox. So many, many blessings to you. Take care.